These are the September horoscopes for all 12 signs. Also, you have to check out everclear.com for my personal favorite tarot readers and psychics. They give the best advice, and I highly recommend getting a monthly forecast from them in the form of a tarot or psychic reading. Aries, September is not a month that you will forget. It will create a deep reset, especially in regards to your work, your health, and your inner world. On September 7th, the lunar eclipse will light up your 12th house. This is where your subconscious lives, where you store your old pain, fears, or even self-sabotaging patterns. This eclipse is like a floodlight, exposing what's been hidden in the shadows. You may feel tired, emotional, or even nostalgic, like old memories come flooding back. But don't be closed off to it. This is the universe providing you the closure that you need to reset. You'll be purging out your fears, your traumas, any emotional pain that you've been suppressing so that you can be reborn again. If you've been dealing with anxiety, burnout, or just a sense of feeling stuck in life, this eclipse is going to wash that all away. Then comes the game changer, the solar eclipse on September 21st in your 6th house of work, daily life, routine. This is where everything flips. This is where things change in regards to how you structure your day, take care of your body, and handle your work responsibilities. Think of this as a total system upgrade. A massive new opportunity for career success could arrive, or you could have a major health breakthrough. You may finally commit to habits that align with your long-term vision. And the progress here doesn't just affect your job, it ripples through every part of your life, although it will be laying the foundation upon which your future career success can be built. Mercury and the Sun moving into Libra during the second half of the month will shift the focus towards your relationships. If you've been feeling one-sided in relationship dynamics or disappointed, this is your time to finally set new terms or break free of them. By the end of September, Mars moves into your 8th house, which means that passion, intimacy, and transformation will be very real. You are leaving behind old cycles of exhaustion, and you are stepping into a new lifestyle which matches your future self. The eclipses are clearing away the debris so that you can rebuild stronger, healthier, and more successful than ever. This is the month you reclaim your power, Aries. Taurus, September will be electrifying. You are in the center of one of the most powerful eclipse cycles this month. It is going to reshape your relationships, your friendships, and even the way in which you express yourself to the world. On September 7th, the lunar eclipse lands in your Pisces 11th house of community, friendships, long-term goals. This is a moment in which you will clearly see who is meant to stay in your life and who you have outgrown. Old connections may dissolve, but only to make room for new connections that nourish your soul, that support your new self, your highest self. This is also a really great time to boost your social media presence or to gain more recognition from other people. You may have a big moment of recognition or support from your audience, from your social networks, from your community. Many of you may finally have a long-term project that finally comes to fruition, that finally turns successful. This eclipse clears away the groups, the people, and the goals that are holding you back so that you can align with new ones that match your highest vision. Then on September 21st, the solar eclipse lights up your 5th house of romance, creativity, and self-expression. This is a complete rebirth in how you show up as yourself. If you've been waiting for love, this eclipse could bring in someone new who lights your passion up. Or you may have a lot of fun with a romantic interest. Sparks may be flying. There may be a lot of passion and excitement between you and someone else. If you've been working on a creative project, this could be the month in which it finally takes off. Or you'll finally be able to come up with the brilliant ideas and solutions to turning your creative projects into a massive success. For some of you, this could mean stepping into the spotlight in a way that is impossible to ignore. The energy is magnetic. It's like the universe is reminding you when you step into joy, passion, and authenticity, you are rewarded. Throughout the month, Mercury and the Sun moving through Libra and Virgo highlights your love life, partnerships. The Venus-Mars sextile on the 15th is extremely promising for deepening intimacy or new love. By the time Mars moves into Scorpio at the end of the month, relationships become more committed, more intimate, more intense. September's message is clear. The eclipses are asking you to release old friendships and step into connections, romances, and projects that reflect your true heart. This is the month you stop playing small and allow yourself to be seen, loved, and celebrated for who you truly are. Gemini, September is a massive turning point in your career and in your home life. The eclipses are rewriting your foundation and your path forward. And the shifts that happen this month are ones you'll look back on years from now as the one that rewrote your entire new chapter. It starts with the lunar eclipse in Pisces on September 7th, which will highlight your 10th house of career, reputation, and life direction. This is huge. Something you've been working toward may finally come to fruition. or an old career path may end. You may experience recognition, a breakthrough, or the end of a chapter that's been draining you. Either way, the eclipse is showing you what no longer serves your higher long-term ambitions. It's clearing away the public or professional identity that kept you stuck so that you can step into your true calling. Then on September 21st, the solar eclipse will activate your 4th house of home, family, your roots. This is a complete rebirth in your personal life. Some of you may be moving, renovating, or setting down roots in a much more permanent way. Others might experience major shifts with family, healing old wounds, redefining boundaries, or even starting your own family unit. What happens here isn't temporary. It sets the tone for your next chapter. Think of it as building a stronger foundation for the success and recognition that will come later. With Mercury and the Sun moving into Libra later in the month, your 5th house is lit up. This will bring in joy, creativity, and romance to balance out all of the changes. The Venus-Mars sextile mid-month is supportive for love and collaboration, while the trines to Pluto and Uranus later on allow you to release fear and claim your power. When Mars enters Scorpio on the 23rd, the energy shifts towards discipline, focus, and transformation in your daily routine and daily work. Geminis, the eclipses this month are life-defining. Your career is shifting, your home is transforming. You're being given a chance to align both with who you really are. By the end of September, you'll feel the foundation of your life reset, not in a small way, but in a way that sets you up for lasting success. Cancer, September feels like destiny is unfolding. The eclipses this month are calling you outside of your comfort zone and into new experiences that will broaden your horizons in ways that you can't yet imagine. On September 7th, the eclipse will enter your 9th house of wisdom, travel, belief, expansion. This is powerful. It's like the eclipses are breaking down the walls of your old worldview. You are going to be releasing limiting beliefs that have been holding you back from your desires and from success for years. Or you may experience a massive breakthrough moment that propels you into the life that you desire. This could be through ideas, through spirituality, through traveling, through your belief systems, religion, spiritual experiences. If you've been craving inspiration or purpose, this eclipse is your spark. It pushes you to let go of the shoulds that you inherited from others so that you can step into the life that you desire. Then on September 21st, the solar eclipse will activate your 3rd house of communication, ideas, connections. This marks the beginning of a new chapter in which you learn how to use your voice. You may begin a new business project, a writing project. You may embark on a teaching venture, or you may use social media in a way that will broaden your horizons and gain you recognition. For some, this could mean life-changing news or conversations that open doors of opportunities that you never even imagined. It's also about your immediate environment, your neighbors, your siblings, your community, your friendships, your networks. A total reset is happening here that will carry you forward for years. Throughout the month, Mercury, your ruler of communication, is activated. On September 12th, the Sun and Mercury conjoin with Jupiter, bringing expansive, optimistic news. And family energy will become more central later on in the month when Mercury enters Libra. Love and passion become a major focus near the end of the month when Mars enters Scorpio, and you may find yourself diving into romance or creativity with more intensity than before. The message for you, Cancers, is that September is rewriting your entire path. You're shedding old beliefs and you're stepping into a new way of thinking, speaking, and connecting with the world. This month, your voice carries power, and when you follow your curiosity, paths to freedom, purpose, and success will follow. Leo, September is a month of transformation on the deepest level, especially surrounding intimacy, your sense of power, money. The eclipses this month are shaking things up, but in a way that put you back in control of your life. On September 7th, the lunar eclipse will activate your 8th house of resources, transformation, intimacy. This is where you're being asked to release fear, release debts, emotional and financial, and let go of any situations where power feels out of balance. Something may come to light around finances, intimacy, inheritance. At first, this may feel heavy, but it will be liberating. You may have major realizations about your love life, about a romantic interest, or about what's going on with your finances, how you can turn your financial situation around. The eclipse is giving you a chance to release old attachments and step into an era of empowerment. You will be releasing and purging out a lot of your emotional baggage, so expect to do a lot of shadow work and to really cleanse yourself so that you can open yourself up to the obtainment of power. Then on September 21st, the solar eclipse will light up your 2nd house of money, self-worth, finances. This is where the transformation really happens. A new income stream may open up. There may be a new job opportunity available to you. There may be a moment where you finally start valuing yourself at a higher level. You realize your self-worth. This eclipse is here to remind you that when you honor your self-worth, the universe will deliver abundance to your doorstep. Expect major financial opportunities or lifestyle shifts to happen this month that will set the tone for your long-term future. Venus moving into Virgo on the 20th brings even more energy to your second house, bringing in blessings to your self-worth and to your finances. Financial news or negotiations will be opened up around the 12th because of Mercury's connections to Jupiter, and your focus will shift back to home and family foundations when Mars moves into Scorpio near the end of the month. This is rooting you more deeply in what truly matters. Leo, September is a turning point for you. The eclipses are teaching you that when you let go of what drains you of your power, the universe will deliver you opportunities for love, security, and wealth. This is the month where you rebuild your confidence and attract the abundance you desire and deserve. Virgo, September is life-changing for you, truly one of the most life-changing months you will have of the year or that you've had in years. You are stepping into a whole new version of yourself and your relationships because the eclipses this month are hitting the most personal parts of your chart. On September 7th, the eclipse hits your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. This is a culmination moment, a major turning point with a partner, a friend, or how you overall view relationships in general. Some of you may experience the end of a relationship that has run its course. Some of you may realize major truths about a romantic interest. Some of you may even be able to bond on a much deeper level with a romantic interest. You may finally see the deeper truth in what you want from love and connection. You may have major realizations about a romantic interest. This eclipse is emotional, but it's clearing away dynamics that aren't aligned, or it's giving you the realization that you need, or it's allowing you to bond the way that you need to so that you can connect with the love and connection that you desire. Then on September 21st, the lunar eclipse will enter your sign, your first house of identity, self, your image. This is your rebirth moment. You are going to have brilliant ideas or major opportunities which will allow you to make your personal goals, your dreams, your aspirations come to life. The spotlight is on you, and it's like the eclipse is pressing a personal reset on your entire life. You may feel called to change your appearance, your goals, or the way in which you present yourself to the world. You are embodying who you've been becoming for years, and your old identity is gone. It is being stripped away. The eclipse is birthing the future you, the one who is more authentic, confident, and powerful than ever before. Mercury, your ruling planet, is central this month. The conjunction with the sun around September 13th will give you clarity and purpose. The trines to Uranus and Pluto around the 13th allow you to eliminate old fears and step into your power. Your voice will become sharper, your connection stronger, your aura more irresistible and attractive to everyone when Mars moves into your 3rd house near the end of the month. It's like the universe is aligning your mind and your message with this new version of yourself, and everyone is going to notice. You will be a whiz at networking. Other people will gravitate towards you. Virgos, this month is your complete rebirth. The eclipse is handing you a new life, one where you're no longer defined by who you used to be, but who you are now and who you want to become. Expect breakthroughs in relationships, clarity in your path, and a sense of purpose that you haven't had in years. Expect to feel empowered. Libra, September is the month where everything hidden comes to the light, clearing the space for your new chapter. The eclipses this month are pushing you to release old habits and hidden patterns, while also preparing you for a total reset in your spirituality and health. On September 7th, the solar eclipse falls in your 6th house of daily routines, work, health, and habits. This is a culmination point. Something in your work life or wellness routine is reaching a breaking point. If you've been overworking, dealing with health issues, or running on empty, this eclipse forces you to realize what's no longer sustainable. At first, it may feel like a breakdown, but it is really a breakthrough. This is a moment in which you can have a breakthrough in regards to your health, in which you can come up with the brilliant solutions to your next career chapter, a career chapter of success. And the universe is clearing away old routines so that you can step into habits that nourish you. Then on September 21st, the lunar eclipse will fall into your 12th house of healing, spirituality, endings. This is a massive reset in your inner world. You'll be called to release fears that have been running in the background, to let go of toxic patterns, or even begin a spiritual practice that changes your life. For example, manifestation, tarot card readings, invoking a new spiritual belief system. You are going to be purging out any of the emotional wounds or residual traumas that have been holding you back from happiness, power, and success. This eclipse is the energy that reshapes your subconscious and helps you step into your higher purpose. You will receive psychic downloads of information information which will help you step into the path that you want to be on. When the Sun and Mercury enter Libra later in the month, the focus shifts back to you, your identity, your confidence, and your relationships. You will be able to break free of self-doubt and step into much more empowered choices because of the Uranus-Pluto trines during the middle of the month. And by the time Mars enters your Scorpio second house from September 23rd and onward, you'll be ready to make major moves around money and self-worth, moves that will help you become wealthy for the rest of the year. Libras, this month is about closure and rebirth. The eclipses are stripping away what's been draining you and are preparing you for a whole new life cycle. September is the turning point in which you begin releasing fear and begin realigning with the version of you that is powerful and in control. Scorpio, September is about your heart, your friendships, your dreams, your future. The eclipses this month are aligning you with your true community and awakening a new level of joy and self-expression. On September 7th, the solar eclipse will light up your fifth house of romance, pleasure, and creativity. This is a release of the traumas surrounding your love life. Old love, creative blocks, or ways of seeking validation that are no longer serving you. For some, this could mean the end of a romantic chapter. For others, it could mean stripping away your fear and allowing yourself to be seen authentically for who you truly are, which will lead to further success. There could be major events occurring in your love life. You may realize major truths about a partner. Some of you could even bond on a deeper level with a romantic interest. You may be able to bond with a partner on a deeper emotional, spiritual, or physical level if things are meant to be. This eclipse is emotional, but it clears the way for a much more fulfilling love life and creative path. And on September 21st, the solar eclipse will land in your 11th house of friendships, communities, your higher dreams. This is a rebirth of your higher dreams. Many of you will have massive opportunities to network with the right kinds of people who can open up major doors of opportunity for you, or you may even connect with members of your soul tribe, or you may develop deeper bonds within your friendships. New communities, new collaborators, or even new opportunities to step into the public eye may be made available to you. This is an amazing time to gain more recognition, to boost your reputation. For example, building an online presence on social media. This eclipse can connect you with people who can open doors that you never even thought were possible. It's also a powerful time to plant seeds for the future. The goals you set now could define the next 10 years of your life. They could make or break whether or not your dreams come true over the next decade. Throughout the month, Venus in Virgo brings harmony to your social life, and you may be delivered exciting news about partnerships or opportunities that could expand your influence. And when Mars moves into your sign from September 23rd going into October, your energy will skyrocket. You'll feel unstoppable, driven, and ready to take bold action in regard to love, work, your goals. Scorpio, this is a month of breakthroughs. The eclipses are pulling you out of old cycles of love and expression and aligning you with the friendships, communities, and visions that align with your soul. By the end of September, you'll feel like you've stepped onto a whole new stage. Sagittarius, September is one of the biggest turning points of your year. The eclipses are reshaping your foundations, your home, your career, your sense of stability, and your path forward. On September 7th, the eclipse activates your fourth house of home, family, and roots. This is emotional. You may be letting go of your past traumas, your emotional baggage, the wounds that have been holding you back from happiness. Some of you may even be moving or shifting your family dynamics. Something about your foundation is being illuminated. And though it may be intense, this eclipse is helping you release what no longer feels like home, what no longer feels stable, what no longer is providing you security, what's destroying you. You are being asked to build a foundation that actually supports who you want to become and the life that you desire. On September 21st, the solar eclipse will light up your 10th house of career, reputation, and your life direction. This is a huge reset in your public life. New career opportunities, leadership roles, and a total shift in your path could become available to you. For many Sages, this is the moment when you step into the spotlight. The eclipse is asking you to claim your power and step into the career and purpose that you know you're meant to have. What starts this month will carry long-term impact. Sun and the Mercury move into Libra later in the month to energize your 11th house. This represents network who will bring supportive people into your orbit who can help you accomplish your goals. The Pluto-Uranus trines around September 19th will allow you to break free from fears surrounding your success, and this will allow you to take bolder risk, which will fuel your success. And by the time Mars moves into Scorpio from September 23rd going into October, you will crave privacy and strategy. energy, working behind the scenes to solidify the opportunities that appear. Sagittarius, September is the month where your professional life and personal life are both shifting at once. The eclipses are rewriting your foundation, helping propel you into a new career path while also releasing any baggage, emotional weight, or any negative patterns surrounding the home. By the end of this month, you will feel like you've stepped onto the path that you were always meant to walk. Capricorn, September is a month that pulls you outside of your comfort zone and asks you to see the world and yourself in a different light. The eclipses are landing in the parts of your chart that represent truth, belief, and long-term direction. And what happens this month will set you on a path that feels fated. On September 7th, the solar eclipse in Pisces lights up your third house of learning, communication, daily connection. Conversation, a piece of news, or a sudden realization could completely change the entire trajectory of your life or set you up for success. Old ways of speaking, learning, and handling close relationships may come to an end. If there have been any misunderstandings, miscommunication, or mental blocks, the eclipse is going to clear this out. It will make space for new clarity and fresh perspective. On September 21st, the solar eclipse in Virgo lands in your 9th house of spiritual growth, travel, learning. This is where the rebirth happens. You may be called to study something new, to travel, or step into a belief system that completely changes your perspective and your life's trajectory. This eclipse can bring opportunities in publishing, teaching, or spiritual practices. Anything that expands your mind and sets you up with something bigger than yourself, something that can broaden your horizons and set you on the life path that you want to be on. The goals and visions you set now could define the next decade of your life. During the middle of the month, Mercury and the Sun will connect beautifully with Jupiter in your 7th house of relationships. This will bring promising conversations in your love life. It could deepen a bond with a romantic interest. It could even bring further commitment. Venus entering Virgo on the 20th will deepen your desire to grow, to expand, to become bigger. And when Mars enters Scorpio from September 23rd going into October, your focus will shift towards the networks, the communities, and the long-term goals that help carry you forward. Capricorn, September is about expansion. The universe is showing you that the old ways of thinking are done. The universe is opening a door to a bigger and braver version of your life. Step into it. Aquarius, September is about transformation at the deepest level. This hits on intimacy, finances, your sense of personal power. The eclipses show exactly where you've given away your control and how you are going to claim it back. On September 7th, the lunar eclipse in Pisces activates your 2nd house of finances, self-worth, wealth. Something around your finances or lifestyle may finally reach a breaking point. Perhaps an old source of income or a self-esteem issue that has been holding you back. You'll be able to come up with the brilliant ideas and solutions to creating the wealth that you desire in the next decade to come. This eclipse will be emotional, but it will be clearing away whatever it is that has been blocking your abundance. You're being asked to let go of scarcity thinking and embrace a higher sense of worth. Then on September 21st, the lunar eclipse in Pisces will hit your 8th house of shared resources, transformation, and intimacy. This is a deep reset, new opportunities around investments, deep emotional connections, and joint resources could emerge. For some, this may mean a new financial partnership or even a new financial opportunity. For others, it's about diving into vulnerability and intimacy in ways that may seem completely new, in ways that are very deep. The 8th house is about rebirth, and this eclipse is asking you to strip away your old fears so that you can step into your power. Throughout the month, Mercury and the Sun will bring clarity to your financial and emotional world, especially around the 12th when they connect with Jupiter. The Venus-Mars sextile around the 15th highlights intimacy and support from others. Mars moving into Scorpio on the 23rd energizes your career and your ambitions. Aquarius, September is asking you to transform from the inside out. The eclipses are shifting your money story, your power dynamics, and your relationships, helping you align with abundance and intimacy on a whole new level. Pisces, September is your month. This month, the eclipses are hitting your axis of self and relationships. And what happens this month is nothing short of being completely life-changing. You're being asked to step into your most authentic self while also rewriting the story of your love life, of your partnerships. On September 7th, the lunar eclipse in Pisces lights up your first house of self-identity, goals. This is a complete rebirth moment. Your entire life is about to be flipped upside down. But first, a major shift, a purge has to happen. You may shed an old role, an old version of yourself, or relationships that have been holding you back from your power. You'll be able to come up with the brilliant solutions to turning your life around, to start creating the life that you desire in multiple aspects of your life, like your love life, your career, your finances, your social life, etc. This eclipse will feel emotional and raw, but it's clearing the way for you to step into the person that you were always meant to become. Then on September 21st, the Virgo lunar eclipse lands in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, your love life. This is where the new chapter begins. A new significant relationship could enter your life. An existing one could shift into deeper commitment. You may find out major truths about a romantic interest. If you've been waiting for clarity in love, this eclipse delivers it. Partnerships will be reborn, but not just romantically, also in businesses, collaborations. The universe is asking you to find balance between your individuality and the partnerships that support your growth. Mercury and the Sun will bring clarity to your mind mid-month with supportive aspects from Jupiter. This will highlight your love life, family. You may find that a romantic interest, a romantic partner, a family member, or someone very close to you is helping you out, or these relationships are being nourished. Venus entering Virgo on the 20th will add so much sweetness to your relationships, especially your love life. There may be deepened passion, heightened intimacy. And when Mars shifts into Scorpio from the 23rd going into October, your focus will shift to travel, expansion, your long-term dreams and goals. Pisces, the eclipses this month are monumental. They are rewriting your entire life story, how you see yourself, how others see you, and the kind of love that you allow into your life. By the end of the month, you'll feel like you're stepping into a whole new version of yourself, one that's powerful, magnetic, and deeply aligned with your truth.